Important days: 13th February International Epilepsy Day, 15th February International Childhood Cancer Day. The theme of this 3-year campaign is Better Survival. 17th February Global Tourism Resilience Day, 18th February World Pangolin Day, 19th February Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Jayanti, 20th February World Day of Social Justice 2023. Theme: Overcoming Barriers and Unleashing Opportunities for Social Justice, 21st February International Mother Language Day. Theme: Multilingual Education, a Necessity to Transform Education. 22nd February World Scout Day. Theme: Our World, Our Equal Future, the Environment and Gender Equality. 22nd February World Thinking Day. Theme: Our World, Our Peaceful Future. Committee: High-level committee headed by Chairman of DPA to draft revised guidelines for RoPX ferry services. The Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, MoPSW, has constituted a high-level committee headed by Sanjay K. Mehta, S.K. Mehta, Chairman of Deendayal Port Authority, DPA, Gandhidham, Gujarat, to draft the revised guidelines for the operation of roll-on roll-off, RoRo, and roll-on passenger, RoPX, ferry service. This is one of the key initiatives and reforms pushed by the ministry under its Sagarmala program to strengthen India's socio-economic and regulatory environment. National Affairs: Namami Gange Mission to project launched with a budgetary outlay of 22,500 crore by the year 2026. Considering the need and scope of the Namami Gange program, the government has approved Namami Gange Mission to with a budget outlay of 22,500 crore by the year 2026. The Namami Gange program was launched in June 2014 with a budgetary outlay of 20,000 crore to rejuvenate the river Ganga and its tributaries for a period up to 31 March 2021. So far, a total of 409 projects have been taken up at an estimated cost of 32,912 crore by 31 December 2022, out of which 232 projects have been completed and commissioned. Other initiatives: Ganga Action Plan. This was the first river action plan which was brought out in 1985 by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. National River Ganga Basin Authority, NRGBA. It was constituted by the Government of India in the year 2009 under Section 3 of the Environment Protection Act, 1986. It declared the river Ganges as the national river of India. Clean Ganga Fund. It was formed in the year 2014 for the cleaning of Ganga, setting up of waste treatment plants and conservation of biological diversity of the river. Bhuvan Ganga Web App. It ensures public participation in monitoring pollution in river Ganga. The country's first National Metro Rail Knowledge Centre will be set up in New Delhi. GA Infra PVT Ltd, a leading infrastructure company in India, has been awarded the contract to design and build the country's first National Metro Rail Knowledge Centre. The centre will be located at Vishwavidyalaya Metro Station in Delhi and will be built on the Public-Private Partnership (PPP) model. The Vibrant Village program launched by the central government for the development of border areas. The Union Cabinet chaired by the Hobbieli Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has approved the centrally sponsored scheme Vibrant Village Program, VVP, with a financial allocation of 4,800 crore for the financial year 2022-23 to 2025-26. The scheme will help in the development of essential infrastructure and creation of livelihood opportunities along the northern land border of the country in 19 districts and 46 border blocks, 4 states and 1 union territory, achieving inclusive growth and retaining population in border areas. Mass Drug Administration campaign started to eliminate filariasis from India by the year 2027. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has launched a nationwide Mass Drug Administration (MDA) campaign with an aim to eliminate filariasis. India aims to eliminate filariasis by the year 2027, 3 years ahead of the global target. Filariasis is a parasitic infection caused by microscopic, thread-like worms. It is spread by the bite of infected Culex mosquitoes and affects millions of people worldwide in tropical and subtropical regions. Two-day parliamentary workshop inaugurated at Gujarat Assembly. The workshop was inaugurated by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla on 15 February 1923. It is being organized to make the people representatives aware of various topics such as rights, duties, their role in parliamentary democracy, do's and don'ts in assembly, parliamentary prerogatives, etc. Indian PSU refiners to set up 137,000 tons per annum green hydrogen facility by 2030. The public sector oil refineries in India are estimated to build green hydrogen capacity of 137,000 lakh tons per annum (TPA) by 2030. If fructified, besides boosting the economy with investments and jobs, this massive capacity building in the green hydrogen sector would reduce greenhouse gas emissions in a large way. Dr. S.S.V. Ramkumar, Director of RD, Indian Oil Corporation, has revealed the above information while speaking at the India Energy Week in Bangalore. Cabinet approves plan to set up 2 lakh packs in next 5 years. The Union Cabinet has approved the strengthening cooperative movement in India and deepening its reach up to the grassroots. In this regard, Ministry of Cooperation, MoSI, has formulated a plan to establish 2 lakh primary agriculture credit societies, PACs, in uncovered villages panchayats, and viable fishery cooperatives in each coastal panchayat village as well as panchayat village having large water bodies over the next 5 years. The action plan for implementation of the project is prepared by National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, NABARD, National Dairy Development Board, NDDB, and National Fishery Development Board, NFDB. Rail Post Gati Shakti Express cargo service launched in partnership with Indian Railways and Indian Post. Indian Railways has launched Rail Post Gati Shakti Express cargo service to ensure timely delivery of commodities to the service sector. This service is a part of the Collaboration Budget Announcement 2022-1923 between Indian Railways and India Post. Times Group organizes 7th edition of Global Business Summit in New Delhi. The 7th Economic Times Global Business Summit 2023 feat is being organized on February के 17 से 18 2023 at Hotel Taj Palace, New Delhi. The theme of this Global Business Summit is flexibility, influence, and dominance. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the Economic Times Global Business Summit on the evening of 17 February 2023 at Hotel Taj Palace, Delhi. Centre launches mPassport Police app. The mPassport Police app, developed by the Consular, Passport and Visa Division of the External Affairs Ministry for Law Enforcement Agencies, is being rolled out along with 350 tablets to personnel of the Special Branch of Delhi Police. These personnel are responsible for carrying out verification of antecedents of passport applicants. A new app developed by the External Affairs Ministry and rolled out in New Delhi is expected to cut the time for police verification of passport applicants to 5 days and reduce the scope for misuse of the process. The new digital services were launched by Union Home Minister Amit Shah during the 76th Raising Day Parade of Delhi Police. Supreme Court to set up panel on investor protection regime on its own. The Supreme Court has rejected the government's submission of a list of experts in a sealed cover for a panel to examine the country's investor protection regime. The court will select the committee's members on its own. The Apex Court is hearing public interest litigation (PIL) on the Hindenburg Research report into the Adani Group and the impact it has had on investors. Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Government reduces reserve price of wheat up to 31st March to check inflation. To check inflationary trend in food economy, the Union government decided to further reduce reserve price of wheat up to 31st March 2023. The government reduced the reserve price of FCI wheat to ₹2,150 per quintal for bulk consumers under the Open Market Sales Scheme (OMSS) in a bid to check prices. The reserve price of fair and average quality (FAQ) wheat has been reduced to ₹2,150 while for under relaxed specifications (ORS) wheat to ₹2,125 per quintal. Government forms Cabinet Secretary-led panel to monitor Mission Karmayogi. An apex panel comprising 7 secretaries has been constituted under the leadership of Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Gauba to oversee the implementation of the Karmayogi program, the government's ambitious mission for training government employees. A Cabinet Secretariat Coordination Unit, CSU, was recently set up under the National Programme for Civil Services Capacity Building, NPCSCB, or Mission Karmayogi. About Mission Karmayogi scheme. Mission Karmayogi Yojana was launched on 2 September 2020. The main objective of the Mission Karmayogi scheme is to develop the capabilities of government employees. Nitin Gadkari lays foundation stone of the world's largest and unique Divyang Park Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari on 20 February laid the foundation stone of the world's largest and unique Divyang Park Anubhuti Inclusive Park in Nagpur, Maharashtra. It is the world's first inclusive disabled park. Power Minister R.K. Singh inaugurated the 15th edition of the world's largest electrical show Elecrama 2023. The world's largest electrical show Elecrama 2023 feet by IMA begins at India Expo Mart, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. The program was presided over by the chief guest R.K. Singh, Union Minister of State, Independent Charge. This year's theme is Reimagine Energy for a Sustainable Future. Power Minister launches Sadun to modernize power distribution utilities in South Asia. R.K. Singh, the Minister of Power and New and Renewable Energy, has launched the South Asia Distribution Utility Network, Sadun, which aims to modernize distribution of utilities in South Asia via knowledge sharing among the region's DISCOMs. International Affairs. IEA's Electricity Market Report 2023, Asia set to use half of world's electricity by 2025 according to the International Energy Agency, IEA, report Electricity Market Report 2023 released on 8 February 2023, Asia will use half of the world's electricity and Vice President in February 2023. Spain becomes the first country in Europe to enact a law for menstrual leave. Spain's left-wing government on 16 February 2023 approved a law in parliament to give paid medical leave to women suffering from severe menstrual pain, becoming the first European country to push for such legislation. Thus, menstrual leave is currently granted in only a few countries around the world such as Japan, Indonesia and Zambia. Russia, China and South Africa starts joint military exercise. In what some nations claim is an endorsement of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, South Africa is beginning a joint military drill with Russia and China. The 10-day naval exercises, which will go on the first anniversary of the war in Ukraine, have drawn criticism from the US as well. EU formally bans gas, diesel car sales from 2035. The European Parliament has approved the law to ban the sale of new gas and diesel cars in the EU. The ban will come into effect in 2035. European Union, EU formed in 1993. It is a group of 27 countries that act as a cohesive economic and political bloc. 19 of these countries use the euro as their official currency. 8 EU members: Bulgaria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Hungary, Poland, Romania, and Sweden do not use the euro currency. Russia postpones New START Treaty 2021 for control of nuclear weapons with America. Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced that he is postponing his participation in an arms control treaty with the United States. The treaty came into force on 5 February 2011. Its duration was 10 years, i.e. till the year 2021, which was further extended for 5 years till the year 2026. The new Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, START, was the last remaining arms reduction treaty between the pre-Cold War rivals, limiting the number of nuclear weapons that could be deployed by Russia and the United States to 1,550. Muqab Indoor Supercity to be Saudi Arabia's next mega-project in Riyadh. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince unveiled Muqab, a 400-meter-high, wide and long indoor supercity in the heart of Riyadh. It is also being called the gateway to the other world and the new face of Riyadh. Muqab, the super city, will have the capacity to hold 20 Empire State Buildings and aims to establish a new global symbol of technology, sustainability, mobility and Saudi innovation, the PIF-backed Giga project. World's highest weather station installed on Metricton. Everest. A team of experts from the National Geographic Society has installed the world's highest weather station on Metricton. Everest, at an altitude of 8,830 meters, to automatically measure various meteorological phenomena. The NAGEO team, led by climate scientist Baker Parry from the Appalachian State University in the US, consisted of climbers and scientists, many of whom scaled the world's highest peak while installing the weather station. 18th World Security Congress. The 18th World Security Congress is being organized by the International Union of Railways, UIC, and Railway Protection Force, RPF, from 21 to 23 February in Jaipur. The 18th edition of this Congress is focused on the theme of railway safety strategy, responses and vision for the future. Bilateral. India and Fiji sign MoU on visa exemption for holders of diplomatic and official passports. India and Fiji signed a Memorandum of Understanding on visa exemption for diplomatic and official passport holders on 16 February in presence of External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Fiji Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka. Under this agreement, holders of diplomatic and official passports will be able to enter, transit and stay in each other's territory without a visa for a period of 90 days. Republic of Fiji, currency, Fijian dollar, President, William Katonivere, Prime Minister, Sitiveni Rabuka. Cabinet approves signing of the MoU between the India and South Africa for cooperation in disability sector. The Union Cabinet on 15 February approved the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, between India and South Africa for cooperation in the disability sector. South Africa, President, Cyril Ramaphosa. Currency, Rand. Capitals, Cape Town. Legislative, Pretoria. Executive, Bloemfontein. Judicial. Cabinet approves signing of MoU between India and Chile for cooperation in agriculture and allied sectors. The Cabinet approved the signing of MoU between GOI and Chile for cooperation in the field of agriculture and allied sectors. This MoU will remain in force for 5 years, which will be automatically renewed for a further period of 5 years. Qatar lifts ban on frozen seafood from India. Marine Products Exports Development Authority, MPDA, has said that Qatar partially lifted a ban imposed last year on the import of frozen seafood from India on 18 February. The ban will continue on exports of chilled seafood, which accounts for about a third of the West Asian country's total seafood exports in 2,02,122 with the worth of ₹143 crore. Jaishankar unveils bust of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in Fiji's capital Suva. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar unveiled the bust of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel at India House in Fiji's capital Suva. Jaishankar was in Fiji from February 15 to 17, where he participated in the 12th World Hindi Conference. India and Fiji sign MoU on visa exemption for holders of diplomatic and official passports. India and Fiji have signed a Memorandum of Understanding on visa exemption for holders of diplomatic and official passports. Under this agreement, diplomatic and official passport holders will be able to enter, transit, and stay in each other's territories without a visa for a period not exceeding 90 days. 12 cheetahs brought from South Africa to Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. 12 cheetahs from South Africa were brought to Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh on 18 February. Of the 12 cheetahs, 7 are male and 5 are female. The first group of Namibian cheetahs reached Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh on 17 September 2022 under the Cheetah Reintroduction Program. The second batch of cheetahs started their journey to Kuno on 17 February 2023 from Tambo International Airport in Gauteng. Reintroduction Action Plan. Under the scheme, 50 cheetahs will be released in various national parks of the country over a period of 5 years. About Project Cheetah. This is a one-of-its-kind project in which a species is being brought out of the country, from South Africa Bata Namibia, and restored to the country. India and Singapore. India and Singapore launched a joint digital payment mechanism to enable residents of both countries to make easier and faster cross-border transactions. India's Unified Payments Interface, UPI, and Singapore's PayNow have entered into an agreement in this regard to facilitate these transactions. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister of Singapore Lee Hsien Loong participated in the virtual launch of real-time payment linkage. India, Uzbekistan hold 4th Joint Military Exercise Dustalik as part of the military-to-military exchange program between the Indian Army and the Uzbekistan Army, the 4th edition of the training exercise Dustalik, 2023. The exercise will be held at Pithogarh, Uttarakhand till 5th March 2023. India and Guyana. Union Cabinet approved the signing of the Air Services Agreement between the Government of India and Guyana. Cabinet approves MoUs between ICAI and ICA England Wales for mutual recognition of qualification, training. The Union Cabinet, chaired by the Hobbieli Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, has approved the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI, and the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England Wales, ICAW. The MoU is to provide recognition of the qualification, training of each other's members, and admit the members in good standing by prescribing a bridging mechanism on the prevailing terms and conditions. MoU. Rolls-Royce announced order of Trent XWB-97 engines from Air India. Rolls-Royce, a British engineering company, announced that it has received an order from Air India for 68 Trent XWB-97 engines, in addition to an option for 20 more. The larger 350 aircraft of Airbus are powered by Rolls-Royce XWB engines. Air India sealed an order for procuring 250 Airbus passenger jets. The order comprises 40 Airbus A350s and to 10 Airbus A320-321 aircraft. Separately, Air India ordered 220 planes from Boeing. This is the biggest ever order for the Trent XWB-97, which exclusively powers the Airbus A350-1000. Air India has also ordered 12 Trent XWB-84 engines, the sole engine option for the Airbus A350-900. It also informed that this is the first time that an Indian airline has ordered the Trent XWB, and the deal will make Air India the largest operator of the Trent XWB-97 in the world. Movies, Naipa Hyderabad and FSSAI signed tripartite MoU to address doping problem in sports. Ministry of Youth Affairs Sports, Movies, Government of India, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI, and National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education Research, Hyderabad, Naipa Hyderabad, signed the tripartite Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, to create nutritional supplement testing capacity in India. This MoU is a part of the efforts to address the doping problems in sports and to create awareness about the risks associated with the use of nutritional supplements. IIT Roorkee CWC signed MoA for establishing IIST. Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee, IIT Roorkee, and Central Water Commission, CWC, signed a Memorandum of Agreement, MoA, for establishing the International Centre of Excellence for Dams, IIST, at IIT Roorkee. The IIST will focus on different safety and rehabilitation aspects of dams, like hydrological, hydraulic, structural, geotechnical, seismic safety evaluation, and reservoir sedimentation silt control, etc. BEL signs MoU with II for LAURA Weapon System. Navratna Defence PSU Bharat Electronics Ltd, BEL, has signed a MoU with Israel Aerospace Industries, II, for domestic manufacture and supply of its LAURA weapon system for the Indian Tri-Services. The state-of-the-art strategic weapon system weapon will be manufactured by BEL as the prime contractor, based on the work-share arrangement with IAI. Gopalan Aerospace signs joint venture with Slovakian firm to develop precision drones. Gopalan Aerospace, a leader in the Indian aerospace industry, has tied up with MTC Slovakia S.R.O and Devsystek S.R.O, the pioneers in drone defense development industry, for development of precision drones in the country. The joint venture between the companies was signed by Mr. C. Prabhakar, Director, Gopalan Aerospace, and Peter Ostromecki, President, Devsystek S.R.O at the Air Show Bangalore 2023. Harling's agreement with Safran Helicopters to develop engine of two choppers. Safran Helicopter Engines and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, have signed a work-share agreement and will jointly develop the engine for the 13-ton Indian multi-role helicopter, IMRH, and its naval version deck-based multi-role helicopter, DBMRH. NSE CME Group Inc.'s pact for rupee-denominated WTI crude oil and natural gas contracts. National Stock Exchange, NSE, has signed a data licensing agreement with CME Group, the world's leading derivatives marketplace, for West Texas Intermediate, WTI, crude oil and natural gas contracts. The agreement will allow the NSE to list, trade and settle rupee-denominated NYMEX WTI crude oil and natural gas derivatives contracts for Indian market participants. AICT and BPRD jointly launch Kavach 2023. A national-level hackathon Kavach 2023 was launched on 16 February to identify innovative ideas and technological solutions to address India's 21st-century cybersecurity and cybercrime challenges. Kavach 2023 is a one-of-a-kind national hackathon jointly developed by AICT, Bureau of Police Research and Development, BPRD, and Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center. SPMCIL signs MoU with TERI under CSR initiatives. The Security Printing and Minting Corporation of India Limited, SPMCIL, and the Energy Resources Institute, Teri have signed and MoU with an estimated cost of ₹525 lakh for the integrated development of village model. This MoU has been entered into under the CSR initiative of SPMCIL for the development of model village Sirolia, District Devas, Madhya Pradesh. University of Auckland, Tata Memorial Hospital sign MoU for cancer care. Tata Memorial Hospital, TMH, Mumbai and Vaipapa Tomta Rao, University of Auckland have signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, on 22 February to engage in long-term cooperation in cancer care. Tata Motors and Uber sign and MoU for 25K EV deliveries in India. Tata Motors has signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, with Uber, India's leading ride-sharing app, to bring 25,000 XPREST EVs into Uber's premium category service. Tata Motors will begin deliveries of XPREST EVs to Uber fleet partners in a phased manner starting this month. The partnership will aid the electrification of Uber services across Delhi NCR, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Ahmedabad. Uber has committed to 100% of rides taking place in zero-emission vehicles, on public transit, or with micromobility by 2040. Ministry of Rural Development signed MoU with Meesho. Ministry of Rural Development signed an MoU between the Ministry and Meesho, an e-commerce platform owned by Bengaluru-based Fashionare Technologies Private Limited. As per the agreement, the e-commerce platform will help in the marketing of products made by the self-help groups under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission. Bharat Electronics signs MoUs with ADA, DRDO for Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft Program. Navratna Defence PSU Bharat Electronics Ltd, BEL, said it signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Aeronautical Development Agency, ADA, DRDO, for the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, AMCA, program. It also signed another MoU with Cisco for long-term strategic cooperation in the areas of networking, collaboration, and security among other associated services, the BEL said in separate press releases. State News Strict Anti-Copying Law 2023 implemented in Uttarakhand. The country's strictest anti-copying law has come into force in Uttarakhand. Governor LT Jain Gurmeet Singh has approved the Uttarakhand Competitive Examination, Prevention and Measures for Prevention of Unfair Means in Recruitment, Ordinance 2023. In view of this, the anti-copying law is being described as the country's strictest anti-copying law. This comes after the UKPSC paper leak, due to which the exam was cancelled for around 1.4 lakh government job aspirants. Under this anti-copying law, there is a provision to impose a fine of 10 crore on the copying mafia along with life imprisonment or 10 years in jail. Apart from this, there is also a provision to confiscate the property of the copying mafia. Mission 300 and My Vote, My Valentine campaign started by Election Commission in Meghalaya. In the state of Meghalaya, Mission 300 and My Vote, My Valentine campaign have been started by the Election Commission to increase the voting by 90%. The Chief Electoral Officer said that under Mission 300 polling stations have been identified in all the 60 assembly constituencies, where the polling percentage was less than the state's average vote percentage of 87. Apart from this, on 14 February 2023, the Election Commission has launched My Vote, My Valentine campaign in some areas with low turnout. The aim of this awareness campaign is to motivate the young voters to go ahead and vote on 27 February. PM Modi inaugurates Mumbai campus of Al Jamiatul Safia Arabic Academy at Marol. PM Narendra Modi officially inaugurated the new Al Jamiatul Safia Arabic Academy, widely known as JAME, campus in Marol, Mumbai, Maharashtra. This will be the fourth campus of Al Jamiatul Safia Arabic Academy. The PM was accompanied by His Holiness Sayyidina Mufaddal Saifuddin, the 53rd Aldai Al-Mutlaq and head of the Dawoodi Bohra community. UP Global Investor Summit 2023, 18,643 MOUs worth ₹33.50 lakh crore signed. The Uttar Pradesh, UP government signed 18,643 memorandums of understanding, MOUs, for investment intentions over the 3-day Uttar Pradesh Global Investor Summit, UPGIS 2023, with a value of Rs. 33.50 lakh crore in Lucknow, UP. Electronics manufacturing, which had previously attracted the most investment in UP, was surpassed by renewable energy as an emerging industry. Renewable investment accounted for 12.48% of total investment, reaching ₹58 lakh crore. Higher education received 9%, while industrial parks received about 11.35%. ₹57 lakh crore. Welspun One Logistics Parks Inc. pact with UP government to invest ₹2,000 crore. Welspun One Logistics Parks, WOLP, has signed a ₹2,000 crore pact with the Uttar Pradesh government to create warehousing and logistics parks in the state and expand its position in the warehousing sector in North India. The MOU was signed during the UPGIS 2023, which took place in Lucknow, UP, from February 10 to 12, 2023. Reliance, Birla, Tata to invest in UP. Mukesh Ambani announced an investment of Rs. 75,000 crore in UP. Reliance, Aditya Birla Group, and Tata, three of India's largest conglomerates, pledged to spend more than ₹1 lakh crore in UP to expand their businesses in the near future, at UPGIS 2023. Reliance Industries Limited, RIL, Chairman Mukesh Ambani announced an investment of ₹75,000 crore in the next 4 years. Aditya Birla Group Chairman Kumar Mangalam Birla promised ₹25,000 crore in investments across the company's different sectors, including cement, metals, chemicals, financial services, and renewable energy in UP. Tata Sons Chairman N. Chandrasekaran declared that the group firm Air India SATS will establish an integrated multimodal cargo hub at the upcoming Jewar Airport in collaboration with Zurich Airport. Noida emerges as UP's most favored investment destination at UPGIS 2023. In the 3-day UPGIS 2023 held in Lucknow, Noida, UP emerged as the most favored investment destination in the state. UP government sings MOUs to improve grassroots sports ecosystem. The Sports Department of Uttar Pradesh signed a number of memorandums of understanding, MOUs, at the sports-focused session titled Harnessing Opportunities in the Sports Sector in Uttar Pradesh during the UPGIS 2023 event in Lucknow. Maharashtra Cabinet decides to implement PM Shri scheme in state. Maharashtra Cabinet has decided to implement Pradhan Mantri School for Rising India, PM Shri, in the state on 14 February 1923. 856 schools will be upgraded in the first phase. 1,88 lakh rupees will be provided to each school for 5 years. For this, the share of centre and state will be 60-40 for 5 years. Pradhan Mantri Schools for Rising India, PMSHRL, scheme. PM Shri scheme is a centrally sponsored scheme by Government of India. It will cover 14,500 existing schools, which will be redeveloped to reflect the key features of the National Education Policy, 2020. The institutions developed under this will become model schools under NEP. These schools will adopt a modern and holistic approach of imparting education. 4 pilgrim centers in Karnataka selected under Prashad scheme. The Union government has identified 4 pilgrim centers for development under the Pilgrimage Rejuvenation and Spiritual Heritage Augmentation Drive (PRASHAD) scheme in Karnataka. Chamundeshwari Temple in Mysore, Sri Madhva Vana in Udupi district, Papnash Temple in Bidar district, and Sri Renuka Yallamma Temple in Sondatti in Belgavi district have been selected under the scheme. PM Modi inaugurates Jal Jan Abhiyan in Rajasthan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually inaugurated the Jal Jan Abhiyan in Abu Road in Sirohi district of Rajasthan on 16 February. The PM has started Jal Jan Abhiyan at Shantivan of Brahmakumari Sanstha. The main objective of this campaign is to plant trees along with water harvesting and motivate people for water conservation. Cabinet approves construction of Shinku La Tunnel to provide all-weather connectivity in Ladakh. The Union Cabinet on 15 February approved the construction of the 4.1 km Shinkun La Tunnel on the Nimupadam Darcha road link to provide all-weather connectivity to the border areas of Ladakh. The tunnel will be completed by December 2025 at a cost of 1,681 rupees crore. Another Jozila tunnel is also under construction, which is on Srinagar-Kargil National Highway. Shinku La is a mountain pass on the border of Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh. It connects the Ziskar Valley of Leh-Ladakh to Lahaul in Himachal Pradesh. Boeing launches its Accent Global Support Center in India at Gurugram. The Boeing Company, an aerospace company based in the United States of America, USA, launched its first Global Support Center, GSC, in India at Gurugram, Haryana, which will offer customized operational efficiency and safety improvement projects for Boeing's airline customers, regulatory bodies, and other stakeholders. PMC TZBL partners to set up India's Accent solid waste to hydrogen plant in Pune. Pune Municipal Corporation, PMC, has partnered with the Green Billions Limited, TZBL, to set up India's first solid waste to hydrogen plant in Hadpasar Industrial Estate in Pune, Maharashtra, at an investment of 350 rupees crore. TZBL will spend an additional 82 rupees crore to construct the storage facility and logistics support. TZBL has entered into a 30-year-long agreement with PMC to set up this plant. Renault-Nissan alliance to invest rupees 5,300 crore over 5 years, signs more with TN government. Renault and Nissan, two of the leading manufacturers of automobiles, made an agreement with the Tamil Nadu TN government for rupees 5,300 crore $600 million. In accordance with the agreement, the Renault-Nissan alliance would collaborate together on 6 new vehicles, including 2 new completely electric vehicles, for domestic and international customers from their base in Chennai. Tamil Nadu launches new EV policy, aims to attract rupees 50,000 crore investments. K. Stalin, Chief Minister, CM, of Tamil Nadu, TN, has unveiled the new vehicle policy Tamil Nadu Electric Cars Policy 2023 to establish Tamil Nadu as the ideal destination for manufacturing electric vehicles, EV, in Southeast Asia. The policy is valid for 5 years from the date of announcement or until a new one is announced. The new EV policy seeks to bring in rupees 50,000 crores in investment and generate 1.5 lakh jobs. The previous 2019 EV policy period ended in 2022. The 6th phase of Sujlam Suflam Jal Abhiyan was launched in Gujarat. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel launched the 6th phase of Sujlam Suflam Jal Abhiyan in Gandhinagar. The objective of this campaign is to raise the groundwater level and make maximum use of rainwater. This campaign will run till 31st May. Various development works will be taken up across the state for deepening of lakes, delisting of old dams and reservoirs, construction of new dams, forest and farm ponds, cleaning of canals. Delhi allocated the maximum share of its budget for education in the Union Territory and Assam in the state category in FY 2023. Delhi has allocated 23.5% of its total expenditure for education in 2,02,223. This is higher than the average allocation, 15.2%, for education by all states, as per 2021 to 2022 budget estimates. Assam has allocated 20.1% of its total expenditure for education in 2,02,223. Himachal Pradesh has allocated 18.9% of its total expenditure for education in 2022 to 1923. With 96.2%, Kerala has the highest literacy rate in the country. India's first frozen lake marathon last run to be organized at Pangong Tso Lake in Ladakh. India's first frozen lake marathon last run at Pangong Tso in Ladakh will be organized on 20 February 2023 and the responsibility has been given to the Army and the Indo-Tibetan Border Police, ITBP. There will be a 21 kilometers marathon in Ladakh. Its starting point will be Lukung and the end point will be Man village. 75 selected athletes from India and abroad are participating in the race. This marathon will also be applying for the Guinness World Record for the marathon held on the world's highest frozen lake. The marathon is being called the last race to highlight the issue of climate change. It is being organized by Adventure Sports Foundation of Ladakh, ASFL, in association with Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council A, Department of Tourism and Leh District Administration. Kollam District won Swaraj Trophy 2021 to 2022 for Best District Panchayat. Kollam District Panchayat has been awarded the Swaraj Trophy as the state's top district panchayat for the financial year 2021 to 2022. The Kannur District Panchayat stood second in the rankings. Kollam District is one of 14 districts of the state of Kerala, India. The district is blessed with a long coastline, a significant Laccadive sea seaport, and an inland lake, making it a representative sample of Kerala's natural features. The district has many water bodies. Manipur hosts B20 conference on the sidelines of the G20 summit. The state of Manipur hosted the B20 conference. The theme of the conference was sustainable growth and development. It was in line with the theme of the G20 summit, which is One Earth, One Family, One Future. Northern India's first nuclear plant to come up in Haryana's Gorakhpur. Union Minister Jitendra Singh said that North India's first nuclear power plant is being set up in Gorakhpur, Haryana, about 150 kilometers north of the national capital. Gorakhpur Haryana Anu Vidyut Project, GHAV, consists of 2 units of 700 megawatt each. 10-day Taj Mahotsav 2023 begins in Agra, Uttar Pradesh. The 10-day Taj Mahotsav was officially launched on 20th February in Agra by Uttar Pradesh State Higher Education Minister Yogendra Upadhyay. This year the theme of the event is Vishwa Bandhutva. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla inaugurated Suposhit Ma Abhiyan in Kota. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla inaugurated the Suposhit Ma Abhiyan in his constituency Kota's Ramganj Mandi area of Rajasthan. The aim of this initiative is to keep every mother and child healthy. Under this campaign, 1,000 pregnant women will be given 1 month's food items. India's first agri-chatbot Amma Krishi launched in Odisha. Odisha Governor Professor Ganeshi Lal launched India's first AI chatbot Amma Krishi for agriculture sector at the concluding session of Krishi Odisha 2023. Amma Krishi chatbot will help farmers with best farming practices, inform them about government schemes and loan products from over 40 commercial and cooperative banks. WHO to set up mRNA vaccine hub in Hyderabad. Minister for IT and Industries K.T. Rama Rao informed that the World Health Organization will set up an mRNA messenger ribonucleic acid. Vaccine hub in Telangana. mRNA is becoming a promising technology to address a growing number of infectious diseases. Minister for IT and Industries K.T. Rama Rao informed about various steps being taken by the state government to promote the life sciences sector. The government has a target of making the industry worth $100 billion from $50 billion in 2021 and the workforce from the existing 4 lakhs to 8 lakhs in the next 5 years. Banking Finance RBI grants in principle approval to 32 entities for payment aggregator license. The RBI has granted a total of 32 in principle authorizations to existing payment aggregators to operate as online payment aggregators, according to a press statement issued by the central bank. RBI also granted a total of 19 new online PA authorizations to firms including GrowPay Services, JustPay Technologies, MSWIP Technologies, Tata Payments, and Joho Payment Tech. SEBI introduces issue summary document for filing IPO papers in XBRL format. Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, introduced the issue summary document, ISD, for filing papers pertaining to IPO, initial public offer, and for further issue of securities in XBRL, extensible business reporting language, format to make available relevant information at the stock exchanges and depositories in a structured manner. SEBI plans to roll out the ISD in a phased manner starting 1 March 2023. XBRL is a language for the electronic communication of business and financial data which is used worldwide for business reporting. It is useful in the preparation, analysis and communication of business information. Indian Overseas Bank launched EBG facility in association with NASL. Indian Overseas Bank launched EBG, Electronic Bank Guarantee (IEBG) in a digital mode scheme in collaboration with the National E-Governance Services Limited, NASL. The EBG is an instrument issued by the city-headquartered bank to eliminate the possibility of fraud and manipulation, in which the bank undertakes to guarantee a specific amount against the non-fulfillment of some action performance of the applicant. In simple terms, EBG is a promise made by a bank that if a borrower fails to pay a loan, then the bank will take care of the losses. EbixCash becomes a cent entity in India to enable UPI transactions for foreign nationals. EbixCash World Money Limited, a subsidiary of US-based Ebix Inc., became the first company in India to launch the Unified Payments Interface (UPI) transactions for foreign nationals visiting India. In January 2023, the NPCI approved UPI transactions for non-resident bank accounts such as non-resident external (NRE) and non-resident ordinary (NRO) linked to international mobile numbers. In February 2023, under its monetary policy, the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) proposed to permit all inbound travelers to India to use UPI for their merchant payments (PDOM) while they are in India. Initially, it was planned to be extended to travelers from G20 countries arriving at selected international airports. HDFC Bank launches offline digital payments pilot project Offline Pay in 16 cities. For the first time, HDFC Bank has launched a pilot project under the Reserve Bank of India's (RBI) Regulatory Sandbox program in partnership with Crunchfish Digital Cash to test offline digital payments for merchants and customers. The program is also known as Offline Pay and will be rolled out in 16 cities as part of the pilot trial. Transactions will be limited to 200 rupees during the pilot phase of 4 months. RBI announces second Global Hackathon Harbinger 2023. The Reserve Bank has announced its second Global Hackathon Harbinger 2023 Innovation for Change with the theme Inclusive Digital Services. The registration for the hackathon will start from 22 February 2023. The winner of the hackathon will be awarded 40 rupees lakh and the runner-up will be awarded 20 rupees lakh. The first hackathon was announced in November 2021 and the results were announced in June 2022. CBDT notified 6 income tax return forms for assessment year 2,02,324. In exercise of the powers conferred by Section 139 read with Section 295 of the Income Tax Act, 1961, 43 of 1961, the Central Board of Direct Taxes, CBDT, has notified 6 income tax return, ITR, forms for assessment year 2023 से 24, financial year 2,02,223. ITR form details. 1. ITR 1. Sahajit can be filed by an individual having total income up to 50 rupees lakh and who receives income from salaries, one house property, other sources, interest etc. and agricultural income up to 5 rupees thousand. 2. ITR 2 is filed by people having income from residential property. 3. ITR 3 is for people having income as profits from business profession. 4. ITR 4, Sugam filed by individuals, HUFs, Hindu undivided families, and firms other than LLP, limited liability partnerships, being a resident having total income up to 50 rupees lakh. 5. ITR 5 and 6 are filed by LLPs and businesses, and ITR 7 is filed by trusts. Due date and late fee. Normally, the due date for individuals and HUF, whose books of accounts are not required to be audited, for filing ITR is July 31. 31st December was specified as the due date for the belated return. If the return is filed after the due date, interest has to be paid under Section 234 at the rate of 8% per month or part month on the unpaid tax amount. There is also a late fee of 5,000 rupees under Section 234F, which shall be reduced to 1,000 rupees if the income is below 5 rupees lakh. ICICI Bank signs MoU with BNP Paribas. ICICI Bank signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, with the European Bank, BNP Paribas, to meet the financial needs of European enterprises operating in India and Indian companies in the European Union, EU. The agreement was signed by Anup Bagchi, Executive Director of ICICI Bank, and Grace Marksuk, Chief Operating Officer of BNP Paribas India. Cash-free Payments launches India's first automated escrow management solution. Cash-free Payments, a leading payment and application programming interface (API) banking solutions company, has launched Colend, India's first fully automated escrow management solution for co-lending. Colend was developed in line with the digital lending guidelines announced by the Reserve Bank of India (RBI). It enables instant disbursal with automatic reconciliation and a dashboard for managing various partnerships and other features. It requires no manual intervention, automatically notifies the loan management system, and eliminates reconciliation efforts. Government to set up Bima Sugam portal for general insurance business. The Union Government has announced to set up of a Bima Sugam portal to address the existing protection gap across life, health, and general insurance businesses in the country. It is expected to improve the accessibility and ease of purchasing insurance for policyholders. The portal will provide a platform where insurers, distribution networks, and policyholders can meet virtually. RBI's Financial Literacy Week to be held from February 13 to 17, 2023. RBI's Financial Literacy Week is being organized from February 13 to 17, 2023. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has been organizing it every year since 2016 to disseminate financial education messages on a particular topic among members of the public across the country. The theme for this year's Financial Literacy Week is Good Financial Behavior Your Savior. Last year, RBI observed Financial Literacy Week from February 14 to 18 February 2022, whose theme was Go Digital Go Secure. Paytm Payments Bank becomes first to launch UPI Lite feature. Paytm Payments Banks Limited, PPBL, has launched UPI Lite, enabled by National Payments Corporation of India for multiple small-value UPI transactions. The UPI Lite feature will help with faster real-time transactions with a single click through Paytm as the bank aims to drive the adoption of digital payments across the country. Paytm Payments Bank Headquarters, Noida, founded 2015, founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Karnataka Bank awarded Prathistha Puraskar. DigiDhan Award from Metwai Karnataka Bank was awarded with Prathistha Puraskar under DigiDhan Awards 2021 से 22 feet by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Metwai, Government of India for achieving target with highest percentage in BHIM UPI transactions in private sector bank category. India's GDP likely to grow at 6.2% in FY24. Morgan Stanley India's gross domestic product, GDP, is expected to grow at 6.2% in FY24 as drivers of domestic demand remain intact amid fears of an impending slowdown, Morgan Stanley said in a research report released. Bank of Maharashtra tops list of public sector lenders in loan growth, asset quality. Bank of Maharashtra, BOM, has emerged as the top performer among state-owned lenders in terms of loan growth percentage during the third quarter of 2022 to 1923, an analysis of the latest financial results of public sector banks showed. The Pune-based lender recorded a 21.67% increase in gross advances on a year-on-year basis, according to the latest quarterly numbers of the Public Sector Bank, PSB. The bank has maintained the top slot in credit growth in percentage terms consistently for the past 10 quarters despite COVID-19 pressures. BOM was followed by the Union Bank of India with 19.80% growth. ADB strives $25 billion for India's infra, social and green needs. The Asian Development Bank, ADB, in order to help India fulfill its most pressing development requirements, pledged up to $25 billion over the course of the next 5 years to support social development, climate change, and infrastructure development in India under the PM Gati Shakti project. ADB President Masatsugu Asakawa informed PM Narendra Modi during their discussion that ADB intended to provide $25 billion in resources over a 5-year period to help the nation achieve its goals of rapid, inclusive, and environmentally friendly growth. Reserve Bank of India appoints Shri Vikramaditya Singh Khichi as a member in the advisory committee of MS Reliance Capital Ltd. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, appointed Vikramaditya Singh Khichi to a panel to advise the administrator of debt-ridden Reliance Capital, RCAP. The RBI on 7 December 2021 constituted an advisory committee to advise the administrator in the operations of the financial service providers during the corporate insolvency resolution process of RCAP. Awards recognitions. Union Home Minister Amit Shah presented President's Color Award to Haryana Police. The Union Home Minister and Cooperation Minister Shri Amit Shah presented the President's Color to the Haryana Police in Karnal, Haryana. The President's Color is awarded only after a careful examination of courage, valor and dedication during 25 years of continuous service. Egyptian President bestows Global Best MGOV awards on IIT students. Students from IIT Indore won AD1 by winning gold medal at the World Government Summit in Dubai on 13 February 1923. Niyathi Totala and Neil Kalpesh Kumar Parekh were awarded by Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. These students were the creators of the Block Bill app. Blockbill is a blockchain-based receipt generation app that generates digital receipts for all of its users' transactions. Subhash Chandran wins Kerala's Akbar Kakkatil Award for Samudrasila. Writer Subhash Chandran's novel Samudrashila has been chosen for the Akbar Kakkatil Award in February 2023. The award, consisting of 50,000 and a sculpture, will be presented to Subhash Chandran by writer M. Mukundan at an event on 17 February. Second Annual Anthem Awards, UNDP's Don't Choose Extinction campaign wins 2 Anthem Awards. The Don't Choose Extinction campaign of the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, to raise awareness about the climate emergency, has won gold and silver into different categories at the second annual Anthem Awards. The Don't Choose Extinction campaign was launched in October 2021 by UNDP. The film highlights the negative impact of fossil fuel subsidies on the planet. Indian origin Karthik Subramaniam wins National Geographic's Pictures of the Year contest. Indian origin engineer cum photographer Karthik Subramaniam's beautiful photo has topped National Geographic's Photo of the Year contest 2023, beating over 5,000 entries. His photograph, titled Dance of the Eagles, was taken at the Chilkat Bald Eagle Preserve in Alaska. The title of the picture is inspired by R.R.R. Martin's popular novel A Dance with Dragons. Winners list of Dadasaheb Phalke International Film Awards 2023 Best Film, The Kashmir Files. Best Director, R. Balki for Chup, Revenge of the Artist. Best Actor, Ranbir Kapoor for Brahmastra, Part 1. Best Actress, Alia Bhatt for Gangubai Kathiawadi. Most Promising Actor, Rishabh Shetty for Kantara. Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Manish Paul for Jug Jug Jio. Outstanding Contribution in the Film Industry, Rekha. Best Web Series, Rudra, The Edge of Darkness. Critics Best Actor, Varun Dhawan for Bhediya. Film of the Year, RRR. Television Series of the Year, Anupma. Most Versatile Actor of the Year, Anupam Kher for The Kashmir Files. Best Actor in a Television Series, Jain Imam for Fana Ishq Mein. Marjawa. Best Actress in a Television Series, Tejasvi Prakash for Nagin. Best Male Singer, Sachet Tandon for Maiya Mainu. Best Female Singer, Neeti Mohan for Meri Jaan. Best Cinematographer, P.S. Vinod for Vikram Vedha. Outstanding Contribution in the Music Industry, Hariharan. About Dadasaheb Phalke Award. Dadasaheb Phalke Award is India's highest award in the field of cinema. Rajnikant was honored with this award in 2019. The award is given in the memory of Dadasaheb Phalke, who is regarded as the father of Indian cinema. He made the first Hindi movie, Raja. Harishchandra. Sansad Ratna Award, 2023. A total of 13 members of parliament and 2 parliamentary committees have been honored with this award. The jury committee of eminent parliamentarians and civil society, chaired by Arjun Ram Meghwal, State Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, and co-chaired by T.S. Krishnamurthy, former Chief Election Commissioner of India, has nominated 8 MPs from Lok Sabha and 5 from Rajya Sabha for the Sansad Ratna Awards 2023. Prominent CPIM leader T.K. Rangarajan nominated for the Lifetime Achievement Award. MP Tak Rangarajan to be honored with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement Award. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement Award will be conferred on Tak Rangarajan, former MP of Marxist Communist Party. Apart from this, 13 MPs have been selected for the 13th Sansad Ratna Award. Appointments Resignations. Indian-American politician Nikki Haley announces U.S. presidential bid. Indian-American Nikki Haley has announced that she will make a bid for the White House. She is the first Republican to challenge former President Donald Trump for the party's nomination. She is the former governor of South Carolina and U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. If she wins, she would become the state's first female governor and the first Indian American to lead the state. David Malpass. World Bank chief David Malpass has announced his resignation nearly a year early. He ending a tenure at the head of the development lender that was clouded by questions over his climate stance. Neil Mohan. Indian-American executive Neil Mohan has been appointed as the new CEO of YouTube. He will replace Susan Wojcicki, who has announced her decision to step down after 9 years in the position. Tulsidas Balaram. Arjuna awardee legendary Indian footballer Tulsidas Balaram passed away. Lt Gen. M.V. Suchindra Kumar. Lt Gen. M.V. Suchindra Kumar has been named as the new Vice Chief of Army Staff, while incumbent Lt Gen. B.S. Raju will take charge as South-Western Army Commander. Rajan Amba. Tata Motors has appointed Rajan Amba as the Managing Director of Jaguar Land Rover India. Ayushmann Khurrana. Bollywood actor Ayushmann Khurrana was appointed as the National Ambassador of Child Rights for UNICEF India on 18 February. BVR Subramaniam. The government on 20 February approved the appointment of BVR Subramaniam as the CEO of Niti Aayog. He will be the fourth CEO of Niti Aayog. Subramaniam will replace Parmeswaran Iyer, who has been appointed as the Executive Director of the World Bank for a period of 2 years. Afshan Khan. UN names Indo-Canadian Afshan Khan in key post for drive to end malnutrition. Rajesh Rai. Rajesh Rai has been appointed as Chairman Managing Director, CMD, of Indian Telephone Industries Limited, ITI Ltd, a PSU under the Department of Telecommunications. The central government has approved his appointment. P. Kohli. Former Gujarat Governor O.P. Kohli passes away. Sports. In the ICC rankings, Team India has got the top position for the first time in all 3 formats, ODI, T20 and Test in the history of Indian cricket. The Indian cricket team has now secured the number 1 spot in the Test rankings after winning the first Test match of the Border Gavaskar Trophy against Australia in Nagpur. Ashwin has moved straight from 4th to 2nd in the latest ICC Test bowling rankings with 846 rating points. Ravichandran Ashwin took his 450th Test wicket in 1989 Tests. Akshadeep Singh and Priyanka Goswami won the National Race Walking Championship 2023 in male and female category. Akshadeep Singh and Priyanka Goswami have won the National Open Race Walking Championship 2023 in men's and women's 20 km race walk respectively, held on 14 February 2023 at Morabadi, Jharkhand. Smriti Mandhana became the most expensive player of WPL 2023. RCB bought Smriti for ₹3.40 crore. The players' auction concluded at the Jio World Convention Centre in Mumbai. During this, 5 franchises bought 87 players, including 30 foreign players. In this auction held in Mumbai, Royal Challengers Bangalore, RCB, bought Smriti Mandhana for ₹3.40 crore. Thus Smriti has become the most expensive Indian batter in WPL. The inaugural edition of the Women's Premier League will begin on March and the final will be played on March. Mumbai's Brabourne Stadium and D.Y. Patil Stadium will host the matches of the WPL. The BCCI had announced 5 teams for the Women's IPL with a total cost of ₹4,669.99 crore. The following teams: Ahmedabad ₹1,289 crore, Adani Sports Mumbai ₹912.99 crore, Indiavan Sports बेंगलुरु 901 करोड़, रॉयल चैलेंजर्स स्पोर्ट्स दिल्ली 810 करोड़, JSW-GMR क्रिकेट लखनऊ 757 करोड़, कैप्री ग्लोबल होल्डिंग्स खेलो इंडिया विंटर गेम्स 2023 हेल्ड इन गुलमर्ग इन JK टॉप्स medal tally with 76 medals. The third edition of Khelo India Winter Games, KIWG 2023, a first-of-a-kind multi-sport competition of India, was held in Gulmarg, in Baramulla district of North Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, JK, from 10th to 14th February 2023. JK topped the medal tally of KIWG 2023 with 26 golds, 25 silvers, and 25 bronze, a total of 76 medals. Maharashtra came second with 13 gold, 8 silver and 6 bronze medals, followed by Himachal Pradesh with 10 gold, 14 silver and 7 bronze, and Army with 10 gold, 10 silver and 9 bronze medals. Deepti Sharma became the first Indian woman player to take 100 wickets in international T20 cricket. Deepti Sharma became the first Indian international player to take 100 wickets in T20 international cricket. Deepti achieved the feat during India's second group match against West Indies in the Women's T20 World Cup in Cape Town. West Indies off spinner Anisa Mohammed, 125, currently holds the record for most wickets in Women's T20s. Anisa is followed by Pakistan's Nida Dar, 121, and Australia's Elise Parry, 120, at the second and third places respectively. BCCI's Chief Selector Chetan Sharma resigned after sting operation. BCCI's Chief Selector Chetan Sharma has resigned from his post following a sting operation conducted by a TV news channel, where he shared internal information about the team and selection process. Chetan Sharma sent his resignation to BCCI Secretary Jai Shah, who accepted it. Ben Stokes breaks world record for smashing most sixes in Test cricket history. England Test captain Ben Stokes on 18 February became the player to hit the most number of sixes in the history of Test cricket, surpassing England coach and former New Zealand cricketer Brendan McCullum in the match against New Zealand. In 90 Test matches, Stokes scored a total of 5,652 runs at an average of 36.00 with 109 sixes and 12 centuries and 28 50s. Saurashtra beat Bengal by 9 wickets to bag second Ranji Trophy title. Saurashtra won the Ranji Trophy 2022-1923 title by defeating Bengal by 9 wickets in the final match played on 19 February, thanks to the superb bowling of team captain and left-arm pacer Jaydev Unadkat. Saurashtra won their second Ranji Trophy title at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. Saurashtra won the Ranji Trophy title for the first time in 2,01,920. Chennai's Vignesh NR becomes India's 80th Grandmaster. India's chess player Vignesh NR has become India's 80th Grandmaster after defeating Germany's IM Ilja Schneider and has won the 24th Nordwest Cup 2023 in Germany. India won bronze medal for the first time in Asia Mixed Team Badminton Championship 2023 held in Dubai. India has won the bronze medal in the Asia Mixed Team Badminton Championship 2023 held in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. This was India's first medal at the Badminton Asia Mixed Team Championships. India lost 3-2 to China in the semi-finals. Science Technology Aero India, solar-powered drone Suraj unveiled. Drone startup Garuda Aerospace has unveiled its solar-powered drone Suraj, designed specifically for surveillance operations, at Aero India 2023. Suraj is an ISR, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, high-altitude drone designed specifically for surveillance operations, providing real-time information to the High Command and protecting Jawans on the ground. UIDAI launches new AI ML chatbot Aadhaar Mitra to address Aadhaar-related queries. The Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI, has launched an AI ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning, based new chatbot called Aadhaar Mitra to help people get answers to their queries related to the Aadhaar card. The chatbot solves the queries like tracking Aadhaar polyvinyl chloride, PVC, status, registering and tracking grievances, and information on enrollment center location. Science Center and Planetarium to be constructed in Kota in Rajasthan. Science Center and Planetarium will be constructed in Kota. It will be one of the best science centers and planetariums in the world. World's first cloud-built demonstration satellite launched Janus-1 successfully. Antares announced that the world's first satellite fully conceived, designed, and manufactured using the company's end-to-end cloud platform, Janus-1 has successfully reached orbit. Janus-1 rode on the Indian Space Research Organization's ISRO SSLV-D2 rocket. Janus-1 was launched from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre of India under a commercial arrangement with New Space India Limited, NSIL. Janus-1 is a 6U satellite featuring payload and subsystem technologies from Aircraft, Morpheus Space, Netra, Scirelabs Kenya, SPE-Qtril, Transalis, Trial, and Zero Error Systems, ZDS. Lexi, India's first AI assistant powered by ChatGPT. Lexi, a ChatGPT-powered AI chatbot, has arrived in India. Velocity, a financial technology firm, launched the chatbot to assist e-commerce owners by presenting them with business information in a simplified manner. Velocity Insights, Velocity's proprietary analytics platform, has been linked with the chatbot. AI chatbots have been around for quite some time but lacked a human touch. ChatGPT, with its human-like answers, stirred things up and prompted Google to come up with its own AI chatbot, Bard. Microsoft, which has partnered with ChatGPT's parent company OpenAI, also launched a new version of Bing recently that has a chat option. The responses are similar to what ChatGPT provides. Intel launched Sapphire Rapids processors for professional creators. Intel has launched the new Xeon W3400 and Xeon W2400 desktop workstation processors, codenamed Sapphire Rapids, which are built for professional creators to provide massive performance for media and entertainment, engineering, and data science professionals. AIIMS Rishikesh conducts trial of delivering TB medicines using drones. All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, Rishikesh in February 2023, conducted a successful trial for transporting tuberculosis, TB, medicines with the help of a drone to the district hospital in Tehri Garhwal in Uttarakhand. Drone startup company Techigal's Vertiplane X3 drone model was used in the trial and delivered 3 kilograms of tuberculosis medicines to the hospital. Ashwini Vaishnav inaugurates Semicon India Conference of Electronics Manufacturing Supply Chain Ecosystem in New Delhi. The Minister for Communications, Electronics Information Technology and Railways, Ashwini Vaishnav inaugurated the Semicon India Conference of Electronics Manufacturing Supply Chain Ecosystem on 18 February in New Delhi. Conference is being organized by the Institute of Supply Management, ISM. India first hybrid rocket launched in Chengalpattu. India's first hybrid rocket made by the school students from various states launched as part of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Satellite Launch Vehicle Mission 2023 from Pattipulam village in Chengalpattu, Tamil Nadu on 19 February. India's first privately developed rocket Vikramis. India's first private rocket Vikramis, suborbital, was launched on 18 November 2022 from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre, Sriharikota. It was designed by the space technology startup Skyroot Aerospace as a tribute to the father of the country's space program, Vikram Sarabhai. Country's first semiconductor plant will be set up in Gujarat by Vedanta and Foxconn. A joint venture between Indian conglomerate Vedanta and electronics giant Foxconn will set up a semiconductor and display manufacturing unit at the Dholera Special Investment Region, SIR, near Ahmedabad in Gujarat. This will be the first manufacturing facility for semiconductors in India. According to the report, this is the biggest investment in the history of independent India. Vedanta and Foxconn signed a Memorandum of Understanding (MoU) with the Gujarat government in September last year for 1,54,000 crore to set up the plant. India's first indigenous automated train supervision system IATS launched by Delhi Metro and BEL. For the first time in India, for rail-based public transport, the first indigenously developed train control and supervision system IATS was launched for operation on the Red Line of the Delhi Metro. The first indigenous automated train supervision system IATS system has been developed. India is the sixth country to have its own ATS product. Earlier France, Germany, Japan, Canada and China have used this technique. Serum Institute to establish Center of Excellence for Infectious Diseases Pandemic Preparedness in Hyderabad. Serum Institute of India will be setting up Dr. Cyrus Poonawalla Center of Excellence, COI, in Infectious Diseases and Pandemic Preparedness in the Indian Institute of Public Health, Hyderabad. While the discussion for the proposed COI was initiated at the meeting of Telangana Industries Minister K.T. Rama Rao's meeting with Adar C. Poonawalla, CEO, Serum Institute of India during the World Economic Forum in Davos in May 2022, the announcement of the centre was made after Rama Rao's virtual meeting with Adar Poonawalla. Defence CSS approves 7 new battalions, 9,400 personnel for Sino-India LAC guarding ITBP. The Cabinet Committee on Security, CCS, approved the raising of 7 new battalions of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police, ITBP, force by 2025 se 26. This will entail recruitment of 9,400 personnel for deployment in Arunachal Pradesh, where 47 new border outposts and 12 staging camps returning. Nari Shakti, Indian Navy's all-women car expedition sets off from NWM to cover 2,300 km over 12 days. Indian Navy, in association with the Navy Wives Welfare Association, NWWA, is collaborating with MS Jeep India for the conduct of an all-women motor expedition as a tribute to the brave women of India and of the Indian Navy. The rally aims to motivate women to join the naval force. The all-women car rally with the slogan "She's Unstoppable" and taglines in the Indian Army, Adran signs more to co-develop niche technology. The Indian Army signed an MoU with Advanced Data Processing Research Institute, ADRIN, at ISRO, Indian Space Research Organisation, to co-develop niche technology and end products duly aligned to the dynamic requirements of the Indian Army. 4th edition of Indo-Japan Joint Training Exercise Dharma Guardian to begin the 4th edition of Joint IF develops Violink platform for steady jammer-proof communication. The Indian Air Force has developed an innovative solution Violink that would aid pilots in dealing with bad weather and also provide jammer-proof uninterrupted communication with the base station. Rank: Bangalore becomes second slowest place to drive in the world as per TomTom Traffic Index report. According to a latest report by geolocation technology specialist TomTom, Bangaluru's traffic is set to make it the second slowest place to drive in the world in the year 2022. The traffic woes in India's Silicon Valley are no secret. It will take an average of half an hour for anyone to cover a distance of 10 kilometers. The slowest city to drive in the world is London, where people take 36 minutes and 20 seconds to travel 10 kilometers. Mumbai overtakes Delhi as most polluted city in India. Mumbai has overtaken Delhi to become the world's second most polluted city in terms of the Global Air Quality Index, AQI, according to Bosnia. As per the AQI data on the ICAO website, Mumbai has an AQI of 163, which falls under the unhealthy category. Lahore is in the third position. Delhi is in the sixth spot with 155 US AQI, while Kolkata is in the 17th position with a US AQI of 135. India ranks 47th in OECD Services Trade Restrictiveness Index. India in February 2023 ranked 47th position in Services Trade Restrictiveness Index, STRI, 2022 conducted by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. Japan was ranked first. The White Shield, a policy advisory firm, released the Global Labor Resilience Index 2023 in February 2023. The index measures the capacity of the economy to withstand employment fluctuations and the ability to fight back. Miscellaneous. Global sea level rose by 4.5 mm per year during 2013 se 22 period. WMO according to the World Meteorological Department, WMO, global mean sea level rose by 4.5 millimeters NPR year during the period 2,01,322. Scientists discovered a new beetle species Omogus khandesh in India. Scientist Aparna Suresh Chandra Kalavate, working with Zoological Survey of India, ZSI, Western Regional Centre, WRC, Pune, Maharashtra, has discovered a new beetle species of Trogidae family named Omogus khandesh in India. UN recognized World Interfaith Harmony Week concludes in Ludhiana. Sea ice cover reaches lowest level in Antarctica. Bell in honor of late CDS Bipin Rawat placed at Nepal's Sri Muktinath Temple. In commemoration of India's late Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat, a bell has been placed at Nepal's revered Sri Muktinath Temple. The bell named Bipin Bell has been installed at the revered Hindu temple in Mustang district during the visit of 4 former Indian Army chiefs, namely Gen VN Sharma, Gen JJ Singh, Gen Deepak Kapoor and Gen Dalbir Suhag. One-liner. A national emergency was declared by the Minister